Deep, I think we should get started.
Sure, sir. I will
And
formally introduce yourself to the audience and then we can start, sir.
okay. Also, you need to admit participants as and when they join. I have done so far.
Yes, sir.
Okay, let's get
Yes,
started.
sir. Yes, sir. Okay, sir.
Parti izina bulduklam ekte walmace doktoru topuro.
All the respected participants and dignitaries, a very warm welcome to the fourth day of this online FDP. On behalf of the organizing committee, it is an honor for me to welcome among us Dr. Ravi Shankar, sir, for his talk on application of AI ML across industry verticals. Dr. Ravi Shankar is a thought leader in Industrial Revolution 4.0 technologies and its application to solve business problems, especially in the pharma sector. He crafts learning journeys and delivers AI ML courses for CXOs in the healthcare, BFSI, and retail or CPG verticals. Dr. Ravi Shankar is also an entrepreneur, mentor, and investor in the ag food tech and rural impact startup ecosystems. Currently, he is a visiting professor at leading business institutes in India and abroad, including the prestigious Indian School of Business. Dr. Ravi Shankar specializes in teaching AI in business adoption, computer vision, and deep learning. He also consults and drives data science driven digital transformation initiatives at Fortune 1000 firms. Dr. Ravi Shankar has over 3 decades of experience at the intersection of agricultural policy and data analytics. He has also straddled the public, private, and non-profit sectors in the terms of work, experience, and organizational strategy. He is also the co-founder of Gram Pathshala. His past work experience includes ICAR, Amex, Blackstone, Dell, GE Healthcare, and PwC, evolving from mid to senior level leadership roles in analytics led consulting, straddling multiple verticals like agriculture, BFSI, healthcare, CPG retail, and technology in the Indo US corridor. He is also involved in fostering FPOs and driving innovation and technology adoption in the Indian agriculture community across ag food value systems. A seasoned ag tech mentor with numerous accelerators and incubators, including UASB and UASD, CCAMP, AHA Ventures, FAAD Network AgriMunch, Agri Udan, Agri Food Tech 360, and Karnataka Digital Economy Mission KDEM. He is also contributing to the overall growth and development of the agri system by virtue of being on the advisory board of NDRI and IIHR, Central Research Institutes ICAR, Government of India, Ministry of FPI, ICRI SAT, JUAIV DRL Foundation, Yara International, etc. Most recently, Dr. Ravi Shankar has been selected as an Indian Administrative Fellow with the Union Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment. I request Dr. Ravi Shankar sir to kindly start his session.
Thank you, Deep, for the kind introduction. Um, Good evening to everybody, and welcome to this particular masterclass on AI applications across industry verticals, which is part of the larger FDP program. But at the outset, I would want to first and foremost congratulate ATAL FDP program and the host institute, BIT, and the team that has put this together. Without further ado, let's dive deep and see what's in store and get started. So I'm sharing my screen and we get started the kickoff. So the focus is on applications, right? So there are various, this is a This is a program that is spread across multiple sessions, many days. So today the topic that I have been asked to speak and share my knowledge is on the use cases, the real world examples, how AI ML can be applied across different industry sectors. The focus is still EM slash EV, right? But the highlight of this particular masterclass would be but we will understand how AI ML can be used right from agriculture to telecom, aerospace to transportation sectors, all sectors. And that's how the discipline has evolved. What happens in one sector, the learnings are harvested and implanted in the other sector. So let's see what's in store. So this my introduction has been done by Deep. That's okay. We'll skip this. The only thing I want to add is now I'm uh, spending a lot of time on developing, defining, and framing global accreditation certification standards in AI education across 130 countries. This is a World Bank initiative, including India. So that's what I'm doing for most part. With that, let's start the session with a poll. I want all of you to log into www.slider.com, or you can just scan the QR code. You can use a mobile. I would suggest use a mobile phone. Just scan the QR code. The password is there, and please vote which vertical excites you the most. Please vote. You can use any device, your laptop, your iPad, your mobile, your desktop. Please log into www.slider.com or just scan the QR code, put in the password. Number is 3758512 and start voting. We start the session with the poll. Please let me know if there are any issues. We're pretty straightforward. Yeah, I see one person has voted. I was trying to vote. Yeah, we have um, we have a lot of participants. I think close to 60 participants, right? Deep, you need to keep admitting folks as well. Deep,
Yes, sir, I am doing so.
yeah, thanks. As soon as we 25, 30 votes, I'll move on. We just three of us have voted. For those of you who joined late, just scan this QR code is your mobile or log into www.slider.com. The password is 3758512 and please start voting. Choose one vertical that you can relate to or that you feel is most relevant to your life. From a teaching research perspective or from a professional perspective, which is the most relevant health vertical? Because that's the question. Oh, we are across 70. That's good. Okay. I can see 9 votes. Just give 30 seconds more before we move on. I got a good flavor. I think healthcare agriculture is slightly ahead of other verticals now. EM is almost catching up because the topic is about the overall FDP program is about electric mobility and slash electric vehicles. So that's not surprising. Okay, we got 12 votes. I can see that now electric mobility has moved up along with healthcare, right up there. So you can keep voting. We'll move on. And this is just to get started and get ourselves warmed up, so to speak, so that I get a flavor of where the interest lies. Clearly, it's an electric mobility followed by health and food. So without further ado, let's see the way I've structured this 60 minutes of presentation and then followed by Q&A is into four sessions, if you will, subsections, if you will. We will start with the basics of AI, ML, and data science, and we'll focus for most part on the applications across various sectors. We learn and we get inspired. We'll get excited about how AI is solving problems across industry verticals. Then we'll quickly touch upon IPR related concepts and what are the future trends. But the fourfold learning objectives, we're going to spend time. What's in it for us? What is that we will take away? Four things. We'll understand and grasp the fundamental role of AI and ML and data science. Most importantly, today, we'll spend a bulk of the time exploring the use cases and application across key verticals. There's no time to touch upon 20 verticals or industry sectors. We'll touch upon the major ones. And then we will spend little extra time on electric mobility. We'll discuss a little bit about IPR because we have other exclusive sessions on intellectual property rights. And then we will talk about future trends. The agenda is again fourfold. Like I told, it's about understanding the basics. Then bulk of the time will go understanding and appreciating what are the different business problems AI is able to solve across industries, across sectors, so that we can then start using those ideas into electric mobility sector, subsector. We'll spend a little more time on this, but this is how it is structured today. Again, welcome on my behalf, on behalf of the Host Institute. So let's understand and grasp and get grounded, right? So what is AI, ML? What is data science? Let's understand a little bit the key concepts. I'll demystify the concepts for you. So AI, ML, deep learning, it's like concentric circles. It's like an onion, right? You peel one layer, there's another layer, there's another layer. Or it's a superset, subset, a subset. So artificial intelligence simply means that we are trying to create systems which are as intelligent as humans. And if we just Google or go to Wikipedia, you'll find 50, 70 definitions. But a universal one is that AI mimics human intelligence, or all the efforts and tasks that go into making machines as smart as humans is the definition of AI. That's a superset. Machine learning is a subset of AI. So machine learning, right? Machine is learning. It learns from data sets. You feed vast amounts of training data set. The algorithm is learning, it's getting smarter, and it is getting more accurate. So that's machine learning. And then we have deep learning, which is further subset of machine learning. Deep learning is nothing but mathematical formulation of how a human brain works. Remember all the neurons, dendrites, biology 101. So therefore, we use something called as a neural net, which is a mathematical formulation of how a human brain works. So these are some key concepts, yeah, so that we understand. Everything is interlinked. AI is like a big tree. To draw a rough analogy, think about AI as a big banyan tree. Machine learning is the main branch. Deep learning is a subset, smaller branch. Now we have got Gen AI, which is a further subset of deep learning. And now we've got agentic AI, which is another subset of Gen AI. So it's all concentric rings, if you will. Yeah, all interlinked. What is data science then? If AI, ML, and deep learning is the definitions that are there, what is data science? Any guesses? Anybody wants to answer? We'll keep it interactive. You can raise your hand, you can unmute, you can talk about it. Of course, please do not Google or chat GPT. Let it be extempore. Any guesses? What's the key difference between data science, AI, ML, and deep learning? We know AI, ML, and deep learning, right?
Data science basically related with data analysis, statistics, kind of
Right.
things.
Thank you for the answer, Kushbu. I think pretty close. Think about data science as a big, broad discipline, okay, where we are converting data to information on one hand and information into insights. Therefore, AI, ML, and deep learning are specific tools and techniques, but data science is a enabler. It's a broader discipline. That's the way to look at data science, okay? So, but please remember, In the industry, people use this interchangeably. AI, ML, data science, they use it interchangeably. But as students of data science and AI, we can have some fine distinctions and fine definitions, right? So essentially, how do we convert data to info and info to insights? By training the model. How do you train the model? Whatever the model algorithm we use, the simple linear regression to random forests to transform architecture neural nets, we 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 take the data, pre-process the data, prep the data. There is 70%, 80% of the time gone there. And then you expose it to the algorithm. You split the data set into training and test, and then you validate it. So that entire life cycle is called as data science. Yeah. Okay. The question is why now? Why should we study this topic, right? And why now in 2020? Actually, we are at the end of 2025. We're at the beginning of 2026. Another 20 days, we are in 2026. Any reasons why should we study now? What's the relevance? Why? Why should we spend 60 minutes? What's so important? What will happen if you don't study AIML? Any responses? And remember, there's no penalty for wrong answer. There's nothing like a wrong answer. I want participants to participate. Yeah, Kushbu.
There are many opportunity if we learn AI/ML. Like it is high demanding for job opportunity also, and we can create problem solving skills by using AI/ML. We can solve any real world problems in the field of agriculture, medicines, like that,
Good. Thank
transportation.
you. Any other questions? I'll take one more response. We will see what's so important about studying this topic now.
Sir, for better decision making,
Very
taking
good.
decisions as per just like in the way of humans take decisions when subjected to different situations.
Right. Thank you, Deep, for jumping in. Yeah. So both answers are correct, but if you want to look at the relevance, why 2025, 2026, why you are thinking about AIML across sectors, more so in EM, electric mobility is because of two reasons. One, it's multimodal AI today. It's text plus image. It's no longer unimodal, text to text, image. No, today we can, the input could be text, output could be video, input could be video, output could be audio. Today we're in an era of multimodal AI, number one. Number two, it's the era of real-time analytics, edge computing. Neural nets are running on the edge, on your mobile phones, in your cars, right? In your camera. So this is the reason why it's more pressing that we should study it today, right? So among other reasons also. Today, nobody will wait for 15 minutes. It's all real-time analytics. A customer is dissatisfied, he or she will switch instantly, right? That is Gen Z behavior. So now take the example in EM, in electric mobility, which is the core interest area. Data science can process sensor data, telematics sensor data, machine data for predictive analytics. What can we predict in a EV, for example? What is that we can predict? What business problem we can solve, or what is that we can predict?
Runtime based on battery.
Battery life or battery downtime. Exactly, that's one use case. Any other use cases for prediction? What else can we predict?
The range of the vehicle, how far it
Yes,
can go.
absolutely. Yes. Range and range related anxiety can be predicted. Can't we can predict components. How many components there in an electric vehicle? Not as many in ICE engine, right? Very few components. But can we predict the life of a component in an electric vehicle? Be it battery, be it gear, be it whatever, right? So the brake, definitely we can, right? So predictive maintenance or predicting component failure is a huge use case in EV. battery optimization. We'll come to all of that in a bit, but we're just getting started. Now, see, the way we should understand this very importantly, AI as a discipline has been on for 75 odd years. Right? It started in 1950 for the very first time in 1956 in an obscure conference at Dartmouth College in the US. Marvin Minsky and one of the scientists first propounded the term artificial intelligence as a paper. So for 75 years it's been there, it's not new, but it's only in the last decade and a half that all the business problems have been solved, applications. So the way AI as a discipline has evolved is you have to learn what problems it can solve in different sectors and then take a cue and apply it to your sector because the algorithms are the same. The data science life cycle is the same, right? Only the application area differs, the sector differs, the problem differs. So let's understand. We start with health. Health is most important, right? In healthcare, what it all AI can solve? It can solve many things, but I'm identifying three important ones, right? Disease diagnosis, personalized medicine, and predictive analytics like readmission of patients post-surgery. You can predict length of stay. You can predict survival rates. You can predict all of that. Most importantly, diagnosing diseases. And it is much far superior than human beings, i.e., in this case, radiologists and doctors. The second, of course, these are the three major use cases. I'll give some practical examples as well. Look at this. Diagnostic errors are reduced by 20%. In healthcare, it makes a difference between life and death. It's a high stake sector, healthcare, right? What if a EV vehicle fails? Okay, nobody's going to die. But if you get the diagnosis wrong, God forbid, if it's a cancer or if it's a snake bite, right? It is fatal. So nowadays everybody has a wearable, right? Your Apple Watch, your this, that, wearables. Wearables are emitting data real time, right? So you don't have to go to the doctor, to the clinic all the time. So look at some examples. There are a lot of examples in the US, but I want to share examples from India. Apollo Hospital started the digital transformation in 2012. And in 2018, thanks to COVID, there's some upside to COVID, which is a tragedy of great proportions. They started AI-enabled transformation in 2018, and they have the entire value chain from inpatient admission to insurance claims billing, including physician, clinical, everything has been digitized, and most of it has been enabled by data and AI at the back. They are able to increase the breast cancer mammogram diagnosis by 19% accuracy. That means hundreds of thousands of lives have saved. And also early diagnosis. There's something called as false positive, false negative in healthcare. So way back in 2018, Google, the great Google, the team from Google Data Science came up with this algorithm. And in February 2024, a university in Switzerland, they came up with, they bettered the algorithm and Apollo is using it. So it is saving millions of lives, as we see. The best radiologist, the best oncologist is at 86%. These algorithms operate at 97, 98%. Provided you've got good data with you, right? Yeah. So that's fine. We'll tie it up. Now let's take a quick poll again. Please go back to Slido. Please answer this question. For those of you who have not done it, you can scan the QR code on your mobile or just log into www any device, slido.com, use the password 375812 and please answer. Imagine you are in healthcare. Imagine you are working for uh, a medical device engineering company or you are doing a med tech startup, right? Imagine you're working in a hospital. So, and then which research area you think is most exciting? Please respond. It's an open, I think it's an open text. You can just key in keywords. Oh, password is not the answer. That's okay. But um, so research can be, you can have thousands of research areas in healthcare, right? Medicine authentication, fine. Quality control in medicine, right? Could be clinical trials. It could be pharma manufacturing. It could be, there's a big value spectrum, right? In the healthcare, you have five P's: provider, which is the hospital; physician, who's the doctor; patient, payer, who's the insurance company, the medical equipments manufacturers, all of that, right? Okay. I see early diagnosis. Okay. Coming up with new medicines, screening molecules, drug discovery, all of this, right? Personalized treatment, very good. That's the future. The future is going to be personalized treatment plans. I and you may suffer from the same condition, but we'll have different medicines and different dosages, right? It's not one size fits all, which is what the modern allopathy is, unfortunately. That's part of the problem. But yeah, thank you. I think 11 of us have responded. Let's keep moving. Early diagnosis, customized medication, diseases, models, all of this, right? So, okay, good. So let's move on to the in finance. Health is important, then comes money, not the other way around. But you want to have good health, you need money. So, what and all problems AI can solve in finance? There are three, four of them: fraud mitigation, algorithmic trading, and credit scoring. Three major use cases, right? I'll talk about each of them briefly. If you look at HDFC Bank along with MasterCard. So MasterCard and Visa are almost duopoly. 95% of the payment gateways channelized through these two companies, and MasterCard is a master at data science. They have large AI/ML team, so has Visa. Fraud, just to take HDFC MasterCard in India, credit and debit card. Typically, there are 9 to 10 million transactions happening every day, out of which roughly 130 to 150 are fraudulent potentially. And you have to detect this before the fraud happens, not after the fraud. The power of AI/ML data science is it's proactive, not reactive, right? All the banks they have in the US, of course, in India also, the major banks from SBI to ICICI to HDFC to Axis, they have this fraud mitigation models, mostly built by Fair Isaac company. Also, moving to stock market, everybody these days into stock trading, right? Post COVID, there's 60% of all the trades in the world are executed by algorithms. Algorithms do not sleep, right? So therefore, they use something called as reinforcement learning, one kind of machine learning technique to stop trade, to when to exit, when to enter, and to make maximum profits. Credit scoring, right? So every bank has there's a symbol in India. Of course, in the US, there are three major credit bureaus. So everybody scored. Individuals are scored for the credit history. Companies also are scored by entities like CRISIL, Standard and Poor's, Moody's, etc., etc. A lot of algorithms like XGBoost, etc., are used in finance. So, what are the latest trends in 25, 26? 90% of banks are using AI for fraud mitigation, right? And also in 2025, GenAI, we all know GenAI, right? It's run by LLMs, and LLMs are run by deep learning models at the back. Personalized finance advice. The advice that I need is different from financial advice than that of Deep or that of Kushbu. So GenAI is a wrapper on the top. And finally, take a real world we need to
Participants kindly mute
Sullivan.
yourself.
We need to mute. Yes.
Participants kindly mute yourself.
Thank you. So let's take a real world example. I talked about HDFC. Because of using one kind of a neural net architecture called as graphical neural architecture, they are able to reduce fraud by 25%. That means hundreds of crores of rupees saved. More importantly, customer satisfaction, which is invaluable, right? You get loyal customers as well. Let's look at manufacturing sector, right? We are in the era of smart manufacturing. We are in the era of Industry 4.0. How AI/ML, what top use cases, what business problems it's solving. It's solving a lot of problems, but I'll just highlight the major ones. The biggest use case is predictive maintenance. Can we forecast? Can we predict 3 weeks in advance that a particular component is going to fail? Absolutely, yes. Equipment monitoring and failure prediction, 3 months, 3 weeks, right? Because IoT sensor data, IIoT sensor data is emitted 24/7, every second, every minute, every hour, correct? Quality control. You can have proactive quality control. You can have a defect detection system, which a human eye or a microscope cannot. In pharma manufacturing, for example, in semiconductor chip manufacturing, right? It's a precision manufacturing. right? The old traditional techniques take a longer time. There's inefficiency when humans are involved. Supply chain optimization, right? Depending on what you're manufacturing, let's take your manufacturing medicines, pharma, very complex supply chains. Even today, 30 to 40% of the APIs, the raw material, are imported from China. We manufacture the generic drug here. India is the generic drug manufacturing capital of the world. And then we ship it to the US, 30-40%. Very complex. Just imagine the supply chain, right? The logistics, the transportation, the number of vendors, the quality parameters. So when you have a complex supply chain and a very fragile supply chain, thanks to the geopolitical dynamics these days, you never know what is going to happen today, tomorrow. The only way you can optimize is through mathematical algorithms, right? So if companies start using AI for manufacturing to improve yield, for proactive QC, whole lost supply chain optimization, everything, distribution, logistics optimization, inventory management, 30% downtime can be. See, downtime is of two kinds. Please remember, scheduled, unscheduled. A lot of research has gone into this. Whenever there's a downtime, unscheduled downtime, close to $300,000 is lost in a medium-sized company. You have to stop the entire thing, restart the factory floor. It's not easy. Time is money, right? So smart factories always use AI/ML for all of this. Closer home, Tata Steel. Tata Steel are two plants, one old plant at Jamshedpur and a new, relatively speaking, new plant in Orissa, Kalinganagar. They, along with McKinsey, they did a greenfield project at Kalinganagar. Tata Steel uses, for example, AI/ML to look at the furnace monitoring. There are 700 odd variables and parameters, right? They're using a particular neural net called as LSTM, long short-term memory network. Very useful because data is sequential. And even in electric mobility and EV, most companies, I'll give you example of 3, 4 EV companies later, subsequently, in short order, they use LSTM because data is sequential in nature. And plus XGBoost algorithm on top for RUL prediction. Anybody, what is RUL? It's an abbreviation. What could be RUL? Quickly. In a manufacturing scenario, right? We're talking about the context.
So I may be wrong, but I think it is a remaining useful life.
You're not wrong. You're right, Sonal. You're right. So do not hesitate. Yeah, shoot. So it is the rest of useful life. You have to predict the lifetime, how long the component is going to last, right? So very good. Thank you. So we'll take one more poll quickly. Please log in and answer quickly. Imagine you're working for a manufacturing company, manufacturing EV, manufacturing cement, manufacturing pharmaceuticals, manufacturing smart TV, anything, right? Please log in and answer this question. Over. Okay. See that we got 9 responses. VR simulation, good. Light out factors, smart metering. Okay, self-optimizing, design accuracy, fine. Simulation, automation, fault protection. Good. As you can see, there's various possibilities, right, of how AI can be leveraged. Aerospace, design automation, hyper-personalized manufacturing. Wonderful, great. Yep. Good. Look at the diversity of use cases. Every business problem can be solved in manufacturing, provided you have good high quality data set, right? That's the key. In 2025, 26, technology, technique, tool is not an issue. The issue is data, high quality, good integrated data sets, and how you frame the business problem, which is an art more than a science, right? Let's move on. It's good. I see that good answers. Thank you. Now let's move to retail. Everybody likes to shop. What are all problems? If you're a retailer, what are all problems AML can solve? Any guesses? What use cases? What problems AI can solve in retail sector? That's the question.
Uh, Good evening, sir.
Hi.
Consumption of any particular model or a particular item can be easily diagnosed or easily tracked instead of getting a huge or untrending stock. We can focus more on trending stock or consumable stocks.
Right. So thank you, Nitin. What Nitin is telling is that we can forecast the demand for a particular product or SKU, as they call SKU, so that you have adequate stock and there's no stock out, right? So whatever is in vogue or demand. Rupak, you want to say something? You're good? All right. Some applications are personalization, recommendation systems, Netflix, Amazon. Everybody has recommendations systems working. Flipkart, right? You buy what is recommendation system? Customer who bought this, when you buy a book on Amazon, what happens?
Visual searches also, sir. We can upload a photo and AI will find similar product instantly.
Yes. As soon as you click on a genre of a movie on Netflix, what happens? Series of recommendations will come, right? So
Of same
whether it's
categories.
yeah. So all the
Chatbot,
recommendations and all this is
chatbot.
driven All this is driven by thousands of recommendation engines running at the back based on a simple statistical technique called as collaborative filtering. Netflix was the first company in 2007 to mainstream analytics and become a billion-dollar company. Today, Amazon took it to another level. Today, every e-commerce company has a recommendation engine as a part of their website. It's commoditized, right? How do the recommendation engine works? They know the behavior, they know your past history, they know what products you purchased, when you have purchased, they have your shopping behavior, right? So inventory management is what our friend told. We can forecast and optimize inventory. There's no need to buy and stock just in time, JIT, right? Just in time. It's only possible through AI and ML. And customer service. Gone are the days where you had an army of humans. Today it's all virtual, cognitive, smart chatbots. They are so smart, you cannot distinguish whether you're speaking to a human being or a NLP algorithm at the back. What are the trends? 65% of retailers are already adopted one or the other AI solution. And imagine when you go to a shop, you want to buy a new trouser or a new dress, you have to try it on, right? You try it on. Nobody wants to buy, and you know what? The storekeeper will nicely keep it. So this is such a big pain for both for the retailer and for the customer. Now you stand in front of the magic mirror, all and that is driven by ARBR. You don't have to change, but it's as if you're changed, right? So virtual try-ons. And can you give me one example of virtual try-ons besides garments?
Spectacles.
Yeah, who's that? Priyansh Kumar. I'm glad. I was about to. Lens card. Please, there's no need to go to a lens store. You can just do it online, right? Spectacles, lens card, right? So real world example, Flipkart. Whenever you shop on Flipkart, there's a series of recommendations. You buy a phone, there'll be a lot of recommendations about various cross-sell, upsell, and other products. Because of which conversion means the purchase, eventual purchase is conversion in e-commerce parlance. 15% improvement, that means hundreds of crores of rupees, and customer loyalty, deeper engagement. Agriculture, food, various use cases. Precision farming, where it allows precision farming, when to fertigate, when to irrigate, You don't have to do so. Entire health of the crop can be monitored through drone, through satellite imagery, through sensors, real time. You can forecast the yield 2 months in advance, 3 months in advance using AI. Again, based on satellite imagery, based on drone imagery and sensors. You can also predict the onset of insects and pests. 30 to 40% of the crop is lost due to pests. Early identification of insects. What are the recent trends? You can increase yields by 20%. In India, productivity is still low. Absolute production, we are the largest, but productivity yield per acre is still low. So, farming via data driven insights is the critical thing. Let's take a real world example drones for precision agriculture, right? Again, CNNs are one kind of neural net that is on the edge on the drone camera. Or if you take satellite imagery, you can run CNN nets, neural nets for images, convolutional neural nets. So you can predict and assess health of the crop, health of the soil. You can assess nutrients in the soil. You can assess soil moisture. Remember, soil moisture and nutrients are not same across the entire land holding, right? So therefore, numerous use cases. Let's focus more on what's this? What's the picture? Picture speaks 1,000 words. This must be easy. I mean, there's no need for computer vision. It's human vision. What is this picture infographic telling?
Electric vehicle with a charging station.
Yes, thank you. Thank you, Nitin. With a lot of data points that you cannot see, right? There's a
Yeah, yeah,
digital, there's a digital twin, right?
yeah. Okay. And
And they're simulating, as you can see, right? So thank you, Nitin. So therefore, what are the use cases? Electric mobility. Lot many. I've taken 4 use cases. First is battery optimization. Ola does this in a big way. I'll talk about it. It is something called as SOH prediction. How can you predict the health of battery? Based on
battery usage, my charging
you,
discharge cycles.
yes, using pattern, charging cycles, and temperature. These are 3 top variables. There may be 30 variables, right? Using those data, you can predict the SOH of the battery and optimize. Ola does this in a big way. Ola has a large data science AI team, right? And then the second use case is autonomous driving. Tesla. It's a reality. In the US, in San Francisco, almost 1 year, you have got Waymo, which is a taxi fleet. It is operating commercially from last 1 year in the Bay Area, San Francisco Bay Area. In some provinces in China, there are caps, 100% autonomous driving, right? They're using deep learning neural nets along with LIDAR data, it's a fusion of sensor data, CNN on the edge, neural nets all working together, artificial intelligence on the edge with high precision. And the third is the smart charging. Ather, we have heard of Ather. Ather uses this to optimize the charging infrastructure. They use something called as a reinforcement learning algorithm to optimize charging. And finally, predictive maintenance, huge. Ability to predict which component will go out of whack, literally, before time is the sensors in the EV, the data is constantly emitted, the riding behavior, the wear and tear, everything can be forecasted, and that can be used for fleet management. Today we have, I think, some taxi uh, uh, companies which are 100% electric. So you can manage the entire fleet in advance and not wait for the parts to fail and then the cost is higher. So 30% efficiency gains. They're using cloud and ML for fleet management. So efficiency and safety is what AI ML, another name for application. Please remember efficiency and safety. Ola battery analytics, they're using LSTM architecture because data is sequential, telematics data, we spoke about it. Tesla is using neural nets. Now, IPR, there are sessions for that on internship opportunities. I'm not going to speak a lot, but I want you to understand as teachers and researchers what are the opportunities and what are the challenges. 3 opportunities, 3 challenges. There is scope for patenting AI innovations. I'll tell you how to do it. How do you optimize EV? Right, the entire process can be patented, not the algorithm or data. I'll tell you. Then trade secrets is patentable. The way Ola has scaled up, it's a trade secret. How did they scale up from few hundred to few million two-wheelers? Along the way, they had some hiccups. Monetizing AI. How do you monetize data? Right? It's by licensing. Those are the opportunities. Challenges are plenty. See, you cannot patent a algorithm, okay, essentially. There's 7 kinds of patents. You can patent the process, right? But not the algorithm. Algorithms are mathematical formulas, been invented long ago. So according to US, UK, and European Union, and in Indian law, the inventor has to be a human being, not an AI system. Please remember that. I remember that I worked on IPRs way back in the 90s. A lot of water has flown. I'm not a lawyer, but it's commonsensical, 90% common sense. Issues on data bias and data privacy. There's bias in data all the time. If you do not detect before data prep and then expose the training data set to the algorithm, what happens? Bias gets amplified 100,000 times. Then we cannot blame the algorithm because data is fed by humans. So data privacy, a lot of cybersecurity issues, leakage of data, copyright. Who owns a training data set? Because all the LLMs and GenAI has been developed on www data that is publicly available. Who owns the data? It's an evolving field. So you have to keep your antennas open and have some exclusive IPR in AI kind of workshops. That's a key takeaway for researchers. So, but the regulatory scrutiny will become tighter. In India, we have our own data privacy law called as DPTP. Globally, there's GDPR. EU is a leader, as always. So, who owns? So, I've created this image right to the right hand side. It's an AI generated image. Who owns that image? Now, the South Korea has just 2 days back enacted a law saying that if it's AI generated, there's a watermark saying it's AI generated. You need to acknowledge that it's AI. So there's a lot of opportunities. AI, the EV/EM sector is exploding in India. It's explosive growth. We are poised for explosive growth. So please take this poll and answer which area in IPR interests you the most so that you can, some feedback to the hosts and take further just to get a dipstick. Please log in on Slido I see patenting, licensing, all of us. But I think ethical AI will become very important going forward. Responsible use of AI because AI is very powerful. It is reshaping all the sectors. It is transformative. It's a game changer, right? As researchers and teachers, we have to see how we can embed AI in teaching and in research. All aspects of teaching and research, both from pedagogy to assessment, etc., etc. It makes life easier, more objective. Yeah, good. I'm glad all of us have polled at least 13 of us out of 70 odd people. Good. It gives you a trend basically of where things are going. Yeah. And remember, in 2026, data is going to be the most strategic asset of any organization. Yeah. All right. Now, let's look at a snapshot. How across vertical AI adoption, which sectors have the most side? Clearly, finance is the highest. Why finance as a vertical is highest AI adoption, followed by healthcare? Why do you think finance? A lot of use cases.
Financial security.
So stocks. Okay.
Yeah, good.
I think
Data
so stocks
availability
generate a
is
lot of data every day.
Yes, data availability, right? Remember, in the US in the 1950s and 60s, 3 credit bureaus came into being: Equifax, Axiom, and TransUnion. In India, it's only, I think, 12 12 years back or 15 years back, TransUnion. So if data is available, then AI is possible, right? So in finance, data is available. All your credit card data, everything is captured, right? Bank data, easy to capture. Healthcare, because question of life and death. Then others. If you look at this, electric mobility and agriculture, it's a growth sector. They're growing. So as researchers and teachers, we can focus on high adoption is in healthcare and finance, but growing sectors are mobility and agri. So you can focus on growing sectors as well, just to get a idea of where the trends are. This is based on McKinsey reports and Gartner reports, various reports, to get a flavor. So what are the future trends and what is the implication for faculty, for teachers and researchers? Let's look at some key trends. A peek into the future. The first thing is that we're in the era of agentic AI. Anybody, what is agentic AI? In 2023, it was era of breakout year for Gen AI. 2025 is the breakout year for agentic AI, right? Agentic
Sir,
AI is not, yeah, please go ahead.
yeah,
Nathan.
yeah, agentic AI is one wherein the the agent interacts with, let us say, other, let us say, servers or processes, such as maybe ticket booking or maybe healthcare data, etc. So instead of not only generating the text or the language, it also does the job.
Correct. Very good, Chandra. I think you came very close. So agentic AI not only automates the entire workflow intelligently, but goes ahead and makes decisions that humans used to do. Let's say invoice processing as example, right? Way back 20 years back, we had RPA, robotic process, where you if then rules, it's a rule-based expert system. It will say, okay, invoice this criteria A, B, C, D, E, F, pass, not pass, adjudicate by a human separate. Now it is intelligent. It can go ahead and make the payment on the behalf of humans as well, right? And it speaks to various components. Main thing is it is able to make decisions like humans beyond automation, intelligent automation, independent decisions. We talked about multimodal models. Input could be anything, output could be anything. It is getting versatile. Text, image, audio, video, everything is possible today, right? And the era of edge analytics, edge AI. Everything is on the edge, on the device, in the camera, on your mobile phone, on the smart TV, in the computer, in the car. So you're processing, and you're not taking the centralized storage and processing. You're processing where the data resides. So it's real time, and EV is a great example of that, right? In your electric two-wheeler, in your electric car, the CNN images, IoT sensor data is being analyzed right then there, and the insights are applied to your machine. Now, the era of responsible ethical AI. AI is powerful, and who owns the data? Who owns the algorithms? These are all ethical issues. There are no definitive answers. India has just last 2 years back promulgated a law called as the DPDP Act. What is DPDP Act? Digital Personal Data Protection Act. It's an umbrella law that was passed over 7 years. And within that, they are framing various laws on privacy, on sharing data, with, of course, keeping the citizens at the heart of the matter. So when you're talking about responsible AI, here we have to focus on balancing innovation with protection. So you have to, as teachers and faculty, we have to emphasize it's not just using AI. It's about what are the consequences? Is it for the good of human being? The good of the society, right? Innovation and protection. It is a balance, fine balance. So I would urge all of us to focus on sustainable mobility, application of AI in sustainable mobility. Now, lithium batteries are not sustainable. Limited stock. Recycling is an issue. So is it green hydrogen? I don't know what's it. Is it sodium? So think about sustainable mobility and all the problems that AI can solve to make mobility sustainable. That's the future. And please take some more workshops on IPR in AI patents. Like I told, algorithms cannot be patented. Process and problem solving approaches can be. There are 7 kinds of patents, right? So some key takeaways. It's almost 7 o'clock, 1 hour exactly. We'll keep 15 minutes for Q&A. But what are the key summary? What are few takeaways from this session? The only four that I have. It is transformative. It is game changing. From aerospace to telecom, from agriculture to transportation, there's no sector, big, small, large, untouched by AI and data science. It's a game changer. It's unlike any other. It's like fire and internet. It's much more powerful. It's ubiquitous. It's all around us, right? When you say AI in electric mobility, it's largely to do with safety and efficiency, which is what every EM manufacturer wants. When you say IPI, it's balancing innovation with protection, data protection, the approach of developing the models, fine-tuning the models, those can be protected. And finally, as faculty, we have to constantly think day in, day out, how do you start adopting and integrating AI in our pedagogy, curricula, and research? If we do not, we will have existential questions. People will look at us as if we have come from a fossilized age. Thank you. We'll open it for Q&A. Open forum. Any questions pertaining to AI across verticals and more so in EV? I would say anything in that realm is
Hello.
admissible. Yes. Hi, Chandra.
Thanks for the excellent
Yeah.
session. No, I don't have a query as such. Only thing is that you mentioned about some case studies. So
Yeah.
can you share maybe the links of those case studies, maybe
course.
at a later point of time?
Yeah, I
That's
can.
fine.
Definitely, I can. I'll just give a sneak peek of those case studies. Minute. Stop sharing. I have put 4 case studies with detail. What is the tech stack? What is the algorithm, etc., etc. I'll just show you now, and I will share it with the host institution and the team back there, so that you can. I'll show you now what is possible. Can you see my screen? You can, right? Yeah. So.
Yes.
See, I've given some more deep dive on EV, though that is not the scope of
But
my
I think
session.
thank you screen is visible, sir. Thank you screen
Thank
is visible, it seems.
No, I'm changing this. Sorry.
Okay, fine.
Stop. Thank you screen is visible. Please tell me what screen is visible. Yeah. Thank you screen. I'm moving to another screen. Okay. What is that you can see now?
Yeah, as of now, yeah, nothing is visible.
Nothing is visible.
Yeah,
Yes,
the
sir.
video, yeah, only video, your video, the
Screen is
participant
not
video
shared.
screen is visible.
One second.
Yeah, slides are not visible.
Now I think you should be able to see, my friend.
Yeah, now
Yes,
it's
sir.
visible.
Yes.
No,
Yes,
yeah, now it's
no.
visible.
Okay. I just wanted to show some more stuff. So I've given 4 use cases, deep dives: Ola, Ather, Tesla, and Tata. Okay, Tata Motors. Just look at that. I'll show you. See, like this, I've given deep dive with numbers. Okay, with numbers, the impact. 40% market share, 1.5 million scooters, 25% reduction in downtime. What are the applications? SOH, predictive maintenance, fleet optimization. What are the specific techniques and tools they have used? What is the tech stack? AI infra, Azure, Microsoft, TensorFlow, SageMaker, etc. So this is a deep dive, right? Either energy. We talked about smart charging and energy management. 15-20% reduction, 2,500 grid stations, how do you optimize all of that, algorithms, techniques, tech stack, AI infra, uh, all of that, right? So look at that. Tata Motors for digital twins, uh, to shrink the R&D time, all of that. Which kind of neural net, what genetic algorithm they used, tech stack, cloud infra, all of that. And Rivian is a global AI company. They use chatbots, in vehicle assistance. You can talk. These are all the applications where and all they're using voice assisted navigation, diagnostic, scheduling, maintenance, what NLP algorithms they're using, and what platform, what models, what cloud infra, right? And Tesla eventually for they use neural nets and reinforcement learning and lidar IoT analytics all fused together, transformer neural net architecture. They use the latest chips and software, PyTorch, etc., etc. So more details. These are the 5 use cases I will share with Deep, and then hopefully you will share it with all of you. Yep.
Thank you very much.
You can have some observations and comments as well. It may not be questions. If you have something to share, please do share. If you have something to ask, please ask. The overarching idea of this particular session was to create that excitement and open our eyes to the possibilities. What and all is possible in other sectors. One thing is to look within the EM sector, EV sector / EV sector. The other is to see what's happening outside and then take those ideas and implant into the EM, EV sector, right? That's the idea. And that's how AI as a discipline has evolved.
Hello. Yeah.
Hello.
So one more query.
Chandra, let's give a chance to some lady, then
Yeah,
you can
sure.
come back. Yeah.
Sure.
Hello, good evening, sir. So it was
Yep.
a very good session. Sir, I just wanted to ask one simple question. I have asked it many times, but I'm not getting a convincing answer to it. So if AI is able to perfectly replicate human behavior, emotions, decision making, as you have stated, but then what will distinguish humans from machines? And why should we then value human uniqueness?
Yeah, good. Good, very good question, Sonal. I'll give hopefully a convincing answer. Things like collaboration, communication, ethics, and empathy. 2 C's, 2 E's. Remember, that's the answer. Can machines show empathy? Can machines or algorithms demonstrate ethics, what is right, what is wrong, on their own without programming input from humans? Can they collaborate? But the gap is getting thinner and thinner and lesser because they're getting so smart. Machines are getting extremely smart. There's nothing that they cannot do. They can paint pictures better than the best painter in the world, Rembrandt. They can compose music better than Mozart, and the critics are baffled. They are not able to distinguish. Forget about number crunching. They are far superior to us. The machines are far superior to us. From 1950s and 60s, the number crunching ability. But the creative part, remember neuroscience, right? You have the left brain and the right brain. What does each side do?
So one is for creativity and the other is for all the numerical calculations and other things.
Right, Sonal. The left side is for number crunching, for business acumen, for quant abilities. Right hand side is for more the creative stuff, right? Painting, singing, dancing, etc., etc. What we thought is a human, exclusive human time, which is the right hand side, the algorithms are fast closing on that in the last 7 years. So it is exciting, but at the same time, it is also frightening. So still, we say human in the loop. What is right, what is wrong? Contextualization. Now, LLMs are getting, Gen AI is getting better at reasoning. It is getting better at context. Every passing hour, every passing day, it is getting better than humans. But it is left to us. Hence, ethical responsible AI is sub-disciplines taking off in a big way. How do we apply? No technology is good or bad by itself. How do we use AI is what matters. We should use it for, see, essentially AI is, the science has been invented so that the lives of human beings become easy, not complex and difficult. But collaboration, communication, empathy, and ethics are still where humans are required, right?
Thank you so much, sir.
You're welcome.
Good evening, sir.
पीयूष,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
बोलिए पीयूष, आपका कुछ प्रश्न है तो बात, मैं हिंदी में भी अच्छी तरह से बात कर सकता हूँ.
Sir, बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद. I can ask in English also.
Your choice.
Yes, sir. Uh, Sir, my not is a it is a question. It is just a discussion. Um just I am seeing the slide about the autonomous navigation.
Right.
So in this we are applying neural networks and all other these type of where we can apply the AI and modern tools. So my concern is about safety and those. How can we handle the safety concerns of the humans and
Right.
so this is the major. I think
Okay, Piyush, I
one.
understood your
Yes,
question.
sir.
Thanks for asking.
Yes,
I
sir.
am able to read your mind. See, the training of autonomous vehicles, training data, they took millions of drivers and their behavior and trained. Google and Tesla have been training from 2016 onwards. 2016. Now it has become commercial. It is 100% foolproof. There are taxi fleet cabs, autonomous vehicles running in San Francisco for the last 1 year without one accident. In parts of China, now the safety part is taken care of. Initially, there are few accidents. It is only as good as the training data set. The more you train, it learns better. It learns better, much better than humans. Initially, it struggled, but more data set, more training data set, it has become safe today, right?
Okay. Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Yeah,
That may be. Thank you, sir.
thank you. In the early days, there were some accidents, but the more they trained, they rectified. So they use CNN, reinforcement learning, LIDAR, IoT analytics. They fuse all of this data and they make sure that if there's a zebra crossing and it's cloudy, there's a old woman, there's a dog, and there's a child crossing. What will the autonomous vehicle, how will it make decision? It will make decision the way a human being makes. How? Because it's trained on that data set, millions and millions of data set. Google and Tesla have been testing autonomous vehicles for last 7, 9 years. Now it is perfected
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. That is
in
fine,
most
sir.
conditions. In most conditions, unless it's so dark or something like that. But still, the lights are there. It's all evolved, and the
But
pace
I
at
think
which it is
so,
evolving. Sorry, the pace at which
sir.
it is evolving is very fast. Also.
Sir, but still the work is going on for safety um, aspects. I
Safety,
think
you have
so.
to define what is safety. Safety is it,
Suppose,
what
sir,
is
you
safety?
have said. Suppose you have said that the dark environment, yeah, some
Let's say, yeah,
un
let's
we,
take a
which
real
we
example,
which
right?
we cannot predict. Suppose
We
unpredicted
can predict.
conditions are there.
You can
Yes,
predict
sir.
because you can run a million such writes in dark and then train the data set. But remember, it's not the fault of the algorithm or the autonomous. The
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
lights have to be on of the vehicle. If the light fails, there are two bulbs, right? The headlights, there are two. Now you have a continuous LED also. It's not one bulb or two. It's continuous LED in most EEV. And if the LED fails and it's pitch dark, what happens? Automatic braking happens.
Okay,
Yeah,
sir.
and you train it a million times on that scenario and
Definitely.
it learns. So
Sure.
safety is about fire. It could be about accidents. It could be about navigation. It could be about various things: when to start, when to stop, what distance you have to maintain.
Right,
So the
right.
good thing is it has been trained, and we are in 2026, not in 2016 when there were a few accidents that happened.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Okay, thank you, sir. So I got it, sir. Thank you.
Good.
Hello. Yeah.
Chandra, you
As
can
I
ask.
said, yeah, yeah. So it's like, can you suggest some areas wherein faculty and students can refer to in terms of online resources or research papers, so that
Sure.
students can start their journey? Some
Yeah.
can you suggest some areas wherein we find a lot of this stuff, sir.
Okay. You want resources or researchable areas or both?
Yeah, resources, both. Yeah, resources can refer so that we can, that can be the starting point.
I will share it with Deep and the host, and they will in turn share it with you.
Yeah, thank you.
Good news, there are plenty of resources. All right, I think Deep, we should call it a day. It's 15 minutes past 7. There's no questions. Yeah, further questions? I think my friend Deep, the host, has gone.
So,
Person,
no,
yeah.
sir, actually, he's busy somewhere, sir.
Okay. Sonal, yeah.
Participants, you can unmute yourself if you want to ask anything, or even if you want to appreciate the efforts by sir, you can just switch on your mics and say one line.
Am I audible?
Yes.
Hello.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Sir, not a question, just to add to the discussion that there is one firm, Indian-based firm, Swayat Robot. They are doing a very tremendous job in autonomous vehicles, and it's the CEO and founder, Mr. Sanjeev Sharma. They are actually implementing those algorithms, autonomous navigation, collision avoidance in real traffic scenarios in the cities of Bhopal and other cities. So actually, I just wanted to add into the discussion. I was following them on LinkedIn, and they have uploaded their videos also. Bolero and Mahindra Bolero and XUV and those kinds of vehicles they use to test their vehicles and their algorithms in real traffic scenarios where traffic is on both lanes, some crowded area, open areas. They are doing a very good job.
Yeah, there are quite a few handful of startups who are doing this work, but be it drone, be it any kind of vehicle for obstacle avoidance and all of that. The good news is that startups hold a lot of potential, and I want, as faculty and academia, we have to collaborate with startups, with incubators, accelerators. That's one way to keep in touch with what is happening, the latest state of the art, like Deep mentioned. Like this, there are 20, 30, 50 startups. There are companies, that 3, 4, 5 companies that I personally know and I've mentored in electric tractors. So it's a very exciting time. The entire sector is exploding. It's growing exponentially. Yeah. We need to keep in touch. We need to start collaborating with startups, start embedding ourselves in incubators and accelerators.
Yes, sir. So, sir, on behalf of the organizing committee, I really thank you, and I am really falling short of how impressed I am and how much spellbound by your session. It was so informative and so interactive. Thank you very much, sir, for inspiring our participants and inspiring us to explore these areas, learning from the key takeaways and the use cases that you discussed. Very, very informative, sir. Thank you very much. And we will surely look forward to have some collaborative um, efforts with you, more sessions, more talks. Maybe if it can be scaled up to some research work or something like that, we will surely look forward to it.
Anytime, Deep, I'm open and I'm always willing to help our faculty or students anytime. And thanks for your kind words. And finally, I want to thank all the participants for taking out time and giving a patient listening. On my own behalf, on behalf of the host and ATAL program, FDP program, I want to thank all the participants, and I wish nothing but the very best in their teaching and research endeavors. Thank you so much. Bye bye.
Thank you, sir. Sir, just
Thank
few
you,
seconds,
sir.
sir. We
Sure.
have been doing this for in
Sir,
every session,
sir,
sir.
1 minute, sir. I have sir some doubts, sir. Hello.
पूछिए प्रभात रंजन जी.
Sir, how I will guess that reinforced learning, deep learning, or machine learning would be suitable for my problem? How,
Good,
sir, I
good question.
will judge?
Yeah. So, Prabhat, the choice of the technique or algorithm depends on only two things:
Yes,
the business, the nature of business problem you're solving, and the type
yes,
of data. I will explain. Nature of business problem is, are you optimizing efficiency? Are you predicting component failure? Are you forecasting life? That is a type of business problem. The underlying data structure could be largely either all data will be unstructured or structured. Unstructured data is voice, IoT data, machine data, text, audio, 90% of data. Neatly arranged rows of numbers in columns and rows are structured data. Depending upon the data type, depending upon the business problem, you get to choose the algorithm you want to choose. The choice is left to the discretion of the data scientist. Data scientist is trained to choose the technique, but he or she will choose the technique based on nature of business problem and the type of data available. Right? These are the only two parameters, but there's one to one, one to many relationship in the parameters.
oh,
Yeah.
okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Good question, Prabhat.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
I request all the participants to please switch on their cameras. We will take a screenshot to capture this moment with our resource person. And request if you could stop sharing, then we can accommodate more people on the same screen.
I see that our participants are shy. They don't know to come on the video.
Just a few more seconds. I have to take multiple screenshots.
Yeah, there are
Please
8
allow.
screens. Yeah,
Yes, sir.
because we are 119 participants actually, including us.
Yes, sir.
Just please stay on for a few more seconds while Deep is taking the snapshots. I see it's getting cold in some parts of the country.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you all the
Thank you.
participants for switching on the cameras.
Thank you, sir.
Good luck. Do well. Thank you.
Sir.
Bye. Bye for now.
Thank you. Thank you
Thank you.
very much,
Bye.
sir. Thank
Bye.
you.
Bye bye.
Dear participants, the next session will start from 7:30 p.m. So please stay connected. We will resume again at 7:30 p.m. Meanwhile, just to share an information regarding the FDP, on the final day, that is Saturday, the sessions will start from 2 p.m. as per the schedule, and the assessment test, the final online test and feedback will start from 6:30 to 7:30 p.m. And that online test and feedback will be held through the ATAL portal. So you need to log in to the ATAL portal and then select the assessment section to start with the online test. The detailed video regarding that particular process, explaining the process, will be shared very soon to all the participants to avoid any confusion. You will get a clear understanding of what will be the process and what steps to follow so as to complete the online test. Please take care that that particular test will have a certain duration. That duration will be informed to you soon. So the window will be open only during that particular duration. So it is a request to all participants to kindly take care and attend that particular test in that specific duration only, because that particular aspect is under the control of AICT portal. It is not under the control of us. So we will be helpless if you are unable to complete the quiz or the online test in case of time constraints. So the next session will start from 7:30 p.m. We will join shortly again. Thank you.
Hello, good evening, sir.
Am I audible, ma'am?
Oh, yes, sir, you are audible, sir.
All right, great. Ma'am, is my screen visible to you?
Yes, sir, the screen is visible, sir.
But
Sir,
it
I
might be
think
very
will
small.
be, yes, sir, definitely, sir, it's a mobile screen, so it will be, sir,
Yeah,
small.
right. So I
So we
should
are
stop.
waiting for, no, sir, I think we should wait for our coordinator, sir, to formally invite you, sir.
Right, that I
Uh,
understand. What I am asking is, should I stop sharing this because this might be very small. So if you
yes, sir,
just
sure, sir, I'll share, sir.
all right, done.
Can you verify whether my screen is visible? I'll try
Uh,
to share.
your screen is exactly for me. It is
Is it visible, sir?
yet not visible. Okay.
I think
Okay.
it should be visible.
Yes,
Yes.
madam, it is visible.
Now it is okay.
Okay, sir, thank you, sir.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, sir, and a very warm welcome to you, sir, in our session. And thank you for graciously accepting our invitation.
I'm thankful, Deep Sekar, sir, for this invitation. Thank
So,
you.
sir, I will just start in 1 or 2 minutes, sir.
Right, no issues, sir.
Okay.
Thank you.
So, dear participants, welcome back to the second session of today. We are honored to have our resource person, Dr. Madhuranjan Vats, sir, among us to deliver his talk on IPR and research. Dr. Madhuranjan Vats is senior counselor, mentor, startup, IPR speaker, patent, design, and copyright and trademark lawyer. He holds a doctorate in green marketing and is a certified expert in intellectual property rights through the World Intellectual Property Organization. He has devoted the past 15 years to serve a diverse array of industries, educational institutions, and startups. His experience spans both academic and professional roles. Throughout his career, he has had the honor of mentoring numerous researchers and innovators. Together with his team, he has successfully filed and secured over 1,000 patents and 200 trademarks across various sectors. Additionally, he has assisted clients in protecting their intellectual property rights in jurisdictions including the United States, United Kingdom, Australia, South Africa, United Arab Emirates, Japan, and China. I now invite Dr. Madhuranjan Vats sir to please start his session, sir.
Thank you, Deep Sekar, sir. This is really great to hear. uh, right. So now, what I would like to start with is the disclaimer that we have to give because I'm a person of IPRs. I understand, and this is the importance of this. So I will start my session with my disclaimer. But before that, I must say thank you to Sonal ma'am, thank you to Deep Shekhar sir, because I believe that without them, I would not have been able to come across this session and this great audience to listen about this IPR. To talk about IPR, I would like to, as I said, that I will start with my disclaimer. That's this. This is a presentation disclaimer that whatever what we are intended for this. This is for the educational purpose only, and it is do not replace independent professional judgment. As statements of fact and opinions expressed are those of participants like us or maybe whatever is coming across in due course of time. So this is a disclaimer I am starting with, and then we will come to this the intellectual property thing. uh, because what I'm in front of is actually the academic person. So I have said to ma'am also that I would like to track all these, correlate all these IPR things with the academic purpose. I myself have done PhD, so I understand how we have gone through our researches and what we have yet. What when we were doing our PhD, we never been knowing about this IPR thing to that extent. As much promotion today these days government is also doing. And this session is probably one of the reason of the government initiative wherein the government is encouraging the understanding of IPR. So for that, we need to understand this from that perspective, means from the academic perspective, that what do we do as an academician and how this intellectual property is actually this belongs to the academicians. Means all the academicians for whole day they create something when they speak, right? When they write, and when they do researches in their labs, everything means they teach. At that time also they are creating something, and when they are doing, when they are writing the papers, and when they are converting the research into the papers, they are creating something. So this is what is intellectual property. So properly speaking, this is your domain, this is our domain. Means I myself, if I'm considering myself as an academic person, so in that case also this is our domain. This is not actually something that is beyond, that is some belongs to someone else. It is not like that. So frankly speaking, this is our domain. This is and that is why it is important for us to understand about this intellectual property. Now, because we have heard of many things like that of patents and trademarks and copyrights and industrial design, so I will just try to make a clear cut difference between all these things, that what exactly is the patent and what is intellectual property and what is design. And so all these things I will try to make clear relatively. Whatever you were knowing, I must because you all are now the academic person, so you must be knowing something definitely about this, but still I will try to make it clear. And by the end of the session I will also try to have some question answer sessions, so that we understand that whatever we talked, actually this you have understood about it or not, right? So to start with, I would like to just introduce this intellectual property, that this is a property. And when I say property, it's not the feature actually. It is a property means something, your belongingness thing. So I'm meaning in that sense. So this is a property that arises from the human intellect. So whatever you are, that is why I said that when you are teaching in the classroom, you are basically you are creating some property, some valuable thing, and because you are creating with your human intellect, it is called as intellectual property. So this is a byproduct of human creation. You have created, we have created, we are creating, and it is in a way it is intangible, we cannot touch. And so in the sense that when you talk about the properties, you mean something. When you talk in terms of valuable thing, you mean something like car and all those things. So those are which you can touch. So that is not created, though you created it through your human intellect, but the product by default is a physical property, not an intellectual property in that sense. It might create a confusion in your mind. So I will discuss that in future, in the second part of the things. Right now, I'm talking about when we talk about intellectual property, we mean that whatever is actually intangible, that we cannot touch. So intellectual property, if we talk about, is it is actually a property that is arising from the human intellect. Then it is something that is created by humans. Then something which cannot be touched, and it is actually personal property. Means your own belongingness is there. So in that sense, it should be understood. As far as this intellectual property rights are concerned, how can we define it? That it is a right which is given over creation of mind and given exclusively to exploit it for a certain period of time. I believe the words are by default they are self-explanatory. So in that sense, we can say that it is a right that is given to the people who has created it or who has owned it. Might not be directly given to the creator, but in some of the cases, it is also given to the person who have spent the money over it. So the ownership is not exactly about that who has created, but also to the person who has invested money in that. So intellectual property is defined actually a right given over a creation of mind and to exclusively exploit it for a certain period of time. Now it is given in the form of certificate. When we say that you have been given a right, so how do we see that? So what rights we have? So for that, people, government agencies, different government agencies, like because this is a regional right. So every territory means like in India, when someone is giving, Indian government is giving, so India is giving. Similarly, other territory like USA is giving or UK is giving, so that belong in that sense it is a territorial right, and it is given in the form of certificate. So every government used to give certificate, and they have their own structure of giving the certificates for that this is given this to you, and different uh, territories used to give different certificates for this. Then the person who got the right is known as patentee. In case of patents, means IPR, it's not just patent. So when it is about the patent, the person who has been given patent is called patentee, and the person who has created it, the person who has invented it, they are called innovator or IPR holder. The person, these are the terms that is associated with the ownership. So this is about intellectual property understanding that I'm talking right now. Then we can come to this types of intellectual property. There are multiple types. Right now here I'm just putting six, like patents, trademarks, design, copyright, semiconductor integrated circuit layout design, and GI. So these are broadly and mostly used IPRs. So these are the different types of IPR. Then the advantages of IP, I will just talk that it encourages the innovation and creativity, and this gives the economic growth and development. It increases the competitive advantage. It increases the consumer protection also, the market exclusivity also, the attracting investments also, and enhancing the business reputation also. Because when we go to any person and when we say them that you take this trademark, you take this patent, and how is this patent going to help them? So this gives them a reputation in the market when they write on their product that this product is patented. So that in itself that gives them a, a kind of edge over others, and they can say that this is patent. So there is a kind of brand reputation also gets increased for that. So it increases investment. In that sense, people don't fear when they see that when they are buying some product from someone and that product is having the the IPR protection, that certificate. So in that case, they do not fear. So for that reason, it is saying people are willing to invest in that kind of products. So that is why it is saying that it is attractive investment. And it, as I have just said, that it is also enhancing business reputation when you say that my product is having the IPR rights. So for that, reputation is also getting increased when companies go to the share market stock, when they get listed on the stock market, and if they have multiple IPR protection taken, so the market also respond in the very positive way when they have these IPR protection there. So now one by one, I will try to clarify the differences about these different types of intellectual property that we have just talked earlier about, like about patents, about the trademark, about the design and the copyrights and all. So to begin with, I will come to patent. But before that, because right now what is happening, that I'm just speaking and you all people are listening. I just want to know before that that am I audible and everything is going smooth, right?
Yes, sir, you are audible, sir.
Right. Okay. So now I will start with this one. The first IP, kind of IP, the type of IP, is what is quite famous um, among the industries, and that is called patent. Now, patent is about, it is a legal document that grants the holder exclusive rights to an invention. So here right now, what we are talking about is protecting an invention. I'm not talking about anything else, but technically invention. When we invent something, it is not discovery, it is an invention. So when we invent some things, you invent some method, you you invent some way to do a particular thing, and then you claim that process. So either you claim a process or you claim a product. So you invent a product or you invent a process. So basically, when you talk about the patent, you are basically meaning you are claiming about some invention which is in the form of product or in the form of process. So uh, this is a general description about the patent. Uh, uh, Further, if you get the patent granted in your name, what is happening, that you are getting a right against it, and that right is actually the exclusive right. And when and the exclusive right means now it's totally yours, no one else can claim anything. And because it is given to you, it is only you who can use it. If others have to use, you will give the license to them, you will give the rights to them, and for that you will charge certain amount. So here, now government or the government agencies, what do? They define a period, because it cannot be yours forever. So for that, they have created a duration of the right. And in case of patent, that duration is for 20 years. Now 20 years, so from where should it begin? This time frame, where should it begin? It begins from the date of filing. And it is not just the date, it is in fact in sense of date, minutes and seconds. So that is how the date of priority is given. The time when we file the patent for the first time, at that the time that when we file, that is what is called date of filing. And that is from there we actually calculate the duration. So from that date of priority till 20 years. So that is the duration of our patent right given, the exclusive right that is given for that period of time. So that is what. So the first thing was that I defined that what exactly is patent is. The patent is actually about a legal document that grants the holder the exclusive right, and this exclusive right is actually given against an invention, and that is given for a period of 20 years or time, right? That is all good. Now the next question comes that how do we give, means the government, when they give us patent, or what we want is a patent, and so for that what should be the prerequisite, what how do we think that now my patent will get granted? So for that, what should be there in my product or my process? So for that we need to there are certain prerequisites, that it should be noble. Noble means new. Yes, it should be new. It should not have been invented earlier. It should not have been, means if you're talking about the process, it should not have been given by earlier by anyone else. So in that terms, the nobility is got checked there first. Then this should not be obvious. Obvious means anyone who is mixing sugar with water, and then the tea leaf also, and then tea is getting made. So this is obvious combination. If anyone who has come across this could have created as tea. But if somehow you took something in a certain measurement, means in a certain proportion, if you are adding those things and you are creating a byproduct, so that is not obvious now. Now you are not saying that you take any sort of any amount of sugar, any amount of milk, any amount of tea leaf, and then you are making it. So now you are saying you are very specific about your measurements of the things that you are taking, like input, that whatever you are giving in a particular measured way, and then you are coming up with the result, and that result is getting changed in case you are changing the proportional things that you are putting there. So that is now non-obvious if you are giving in a particular very specified uh, ingredients you are putting in there. So that becomes now non-obvious. Obvious, non-obvious, now I believe it is now clear to you people. Then it must be useful for the society. Now what will happen if it is useful for the society? In that case, what will be happening, that it will get sold. Now what, whenever we are patenting something, sellability is also an important factor, right? So for that, what should be there in the product or in the process, that it should be useful. So must have a practical application, that is essential. So broadly speaking, there are three prerequisites. The first one is novelty, the second one is non-obviousness, and the third one is its usefulness. So if these three things are there, then we can claim that this is a product or this is a process which can or which should get patented. If that those with those prerequisites we will file, and then we get the patent. Once we get the patent, because it is useful, we go to the market and get and sell the product, and accordingly we earn the money. There are a lot of academicians so far I have come across, means I have been working with a lot of universities. I'm associated right now also with a lot of universities, and people there have made a lot of products. They have created their own startups also. Means there are multiple models by which people are making money. They are directly doing the business, they are creating startups, they are making their own company, they are getting collaborated with their universities. So there are multiple models of doing or making money with their inventions. That is right now already going on. Many universities are doing. Now in terms of numbers, if you talk about it, is IIT uh, Chennai basically who has made the most of the money, and they have, yeah, definitely they have excelled across in India particularly. I'm aware of some of the universities in Japan, wherein the universities are running on the money of the inventions they have done. Means they are not getting funded by the government agencies or by the students' fees. They are just using their inventions, they are selling it, and uh, they are they are making so much of the money that they are able to fund their researches, and they are able to fund the faculties, and they are able to take care of all the expenses that is on daily basis that is getting happen. So what I'm saying is it is happening now. We are a bit late in that sense, but now we are also coming up, and we are able to uh, and that is why government is also taking so much of the initiatives, and that is one of the reason that now we are talking about IPR so much nowadays. So now this is about the patent. So patent, just repeating it, that it is a legal document that grants the holder exclusive right for an invention. This is an invention. The terminology is invention, and here the inventor terminology is also there. And there is another terminology here that needs to be understood for the academicians, and because this question comes to us, there used to be two columns in case when they go for the patent with universities. In some of the universities, applicant used to be the university, and there, but in in all the cases there must be an inventor. University themselves cannot invent. It must get invented by some or the other people. So for that, there must be an inventor. So there are terminologies like applicant and then inventor. Most of the universities are having their own uh, bylaws for this, that how will they deal about this rights and the money, if that is coming, how it get distributed among the applicant and the inventor. But actually the rights goes with the applicant. So this is one point that I want to let you know all, that when we talk about the patent, it is the right of the applicant. However, in most means I have not come across any of the university wherein there is no share of inventor. There is always used to be some share or the others there. Even if they leave the campus or leave the college, university, even in that case also, the amount is always going till the time. Means what is the time? That time used to be the 20 years time. For that time it is going, because till that time only you have the exclusive right. Then after that it becomes a social property, means it goes to the society. And that is how we are getting a lot of medicines now, which was quite expensive earlier, but once their patent rights got 20 years over, then we are getting it in a very low cost. So this is about the patent. Now let us come across being an inventor, and being a professor, being a researcher. If we do any inventions, what do we get actually? So for that, I just want to make you understand one thing. I have been to, just last week I was there in Dehradun with one university, Swami Rama probably, yeah. So there, there was one question that, okay, sir, we will get this much of the money, but still, what else we are going to get? So I just said some of the things, and for that I have just included this next part of my slide, that you know inventors or you know the applicants. You actually know the inventors. You take the name of any of the person, like Madam Curie. You talk about Robert Fulton. Means there are a lot of products. Means you talk about the invention, radium, ship, the bulb, all these inventions, you are still remembering them. Not because, and you are not knowing about the person who invested the money in those inventions. You know the inventors. So no matter who will be earning money and how much will be they earning money, because once it get commercialized, the product is getting known by the inventors. So from that perspective, I'm just want to make you understand here that that question just few days back it became quite big, that what else they are getting. So what I'm saying, you are getting something you that patent can make you amar, no? There is a terminology in Hindi, and you become amar, right? So a person who died in 1620, let us suppose the person like Cornelis Drebbel, who invented submarine in the year of 1620, we still remember them because of the inventions that they have done. So um, that is an important aspect that I wanted to share with you. Um, that the famous inventors and their inventions, and due to their inventions, they are like forever they are living. They do not die when actually the body die. So from that perspective, it is very important. Now there are a certain other perspective why government is so much eager about this, so investing so much money into this. So for that, I just want to make you understand that when you bought a nano, you bought, and it was probably 1 lakh some thousand it was costing at that time. There is another medicine called for that hepatitis vaccine that also we are purchasing. There is a Jaipur food actually that we are using. So these are very cheap if you talk about the pricing. And why is it cheap? Because this got invented in India. We are not buying that technology from outside India. Once we are buying the technology from outside India, it becomes very expensive because there are a lot of charges, and it is always their say how much are they are going to put taxes. If we need it, we have to pay the taxes, and then the cost becomes so expensive that we are not being able to, the common mass is not being able to use it. So there is yet another angle of promoting this IPR thing to the academic persons, is that government is thinking that if we are investing, in that case what will happen, that they will invent, it will come into the market, and it will go to the masses and at a very cheaper cost, because it is not getting taxed a lot. So that is one another angle why it is important, as the patent part is important for all of the researchers who are doing research in universities, the professors, the students. If they are coming up with the inventions, so it becomes easy for common mass to buy it, because it used to have a less price. uh, so right now I just mentioned about the famous Indian invention. Then there are some patents. I have shared it here, ma'am. I believe it will be visible to you all. There are some products that has been, and see how means if you see one cap is there, one boy is wearing a cap. If the image is visible to you, now the boy is wearing a cap, and how normal. If you see, you will feel that, oh, can it be patented? But this is a patented product. Means the needle is a patented product. Needle that we use in our houses for stitching. So that is so. If you see, it is very it is not like rocket science. Every rocket science can get only patented. Means everything that you invent and that can get patented. That is what is the my purpose to make you understand. There are some important facts about this patent that I want to share with you. That the first patent that got granted was in the year of 1421. And how old this idea is, for that reason I'm just mentioning it, that the first patent that got granted was in the year of 1421, and it was given to Johannes Gutenberg for the printing press. We all know who has invented this printing press technology, and it was Johannes Gutenberg. The sole proprietorship of this technology was with this Gutenberg, Mr. Gutenberg, but then people are using it, but and we are still remembering him. This is one important fact. Then the if we talk about the human history, the wheel was the first invention. That is what we generally perceive, that the wheel was actually the first invention in human history. Right now, if we talk about the patents, there are over 230 million patents right now existing all around us that we are using these days. And this patent is actually still, I'm again repeating that it is actually a exclusive right. So when we are talking about 230 million patents, means there are 230 million exclusive rights given. That is what we are actually talking about. So these were the things that we talked. It's about the patent, and this patent is actually about one of the IPRs. Then the second IPR is the trademark, which is quite famous. We all know, we all come across from when we wake up in the morning and when we go to sleep. In between this time, during these time frame, we come across multiple types of trademarks. We all see on the screen, on the toothpaste that we use, the brush that we use, the food that we eat, means the kind of brand that we are using as a rice or wheat, or means whatever we are coming across, we are using trademarks. Some famous trademarks like Coca-Cola, like McDonald's, like Naukri.com, like Adidas, like BIT Mishra, like Google, like Adidas, anything. So all these have their own trademarks. Trademarks is basically about a sign, a design, or an expression that identifies and distinguishes products or services of a particular source from those of others. This is a differentiator actually. By name, you differentiate yourself, means as a individual name, Amitabh Bachchan Sahab is different from Shah Rukh Khan ji. They both of them are different, and both of them have taken their own trademark in their own, for that we personality rights, as a personality rights, that is trademarks they have taken. So if someone is using their style, they can sue. If someone is copying their dialogue pattern that is being spoken during the multiple series. So now if someone is using, they have to take first permission from those persons. So if somehow some name or some sign or some sound or some smell, no, somehow it is getting differentiate if it becomes a factor to differentiate one from another. So that is actually the trademark. We understand. So that is what is the meaning of trademark. So that is a differentiator basically. So first IPR that we talked about was the invention. Right now we are talking about another IPR. This is again a creation of human mind. So here also we should not forget that this is again just an IPR, but this is a different type of IPR, and that is what is called trademark. Now, what is trademark? I've just mentioned. Now, what is the purpose? It is actually, it protects the brand identity. Now, this is the first thing. Then what else? It helps consumers to distinguish between different products and services, and it prevent confusion in the marketplace also. So when we are going for the banaspati in the market, we are asking for multiple brands. When we ask for one brand, we understand that what we are actually meaning when we are asking for a particular brand, because with that brand we understand that what kind of quality I'm going to get. And when we talk about another brand, when then it's like you go to the market and you talk about Audi, and then you talk about Honda, and you talk about BMW, we understand that what exactly we are going to get out of it. So that is what is the power for trademark. That is due to that, means when we see the sign of McDonald's, means that M sign that we see, so there we understand that what we are going to get. So that is what is called trademark. Now, what is the time frame? The first time when we file it, we get the rights, and the first time we get the rights, and that duration is for the 10 years. Now, for after 10 years, we have to renew it, and it can stay with a particular identity forever. Means it is not going to end. You have to renew it. The moment you are renewing, till the moment you are renewing, you are going to enjoy it. So patent was that it was not about renewing the things. It was about that for the last, it lasts only for 20 years. In trademarks, it does not last for 10 years only. We can renew it. That is what is the power of a trademark. So let us suppose that there is a case that a person, means you go to the multiple regions and villages, and there are multiple business communities. They are doing the businesses, and for a long time they were doing businesses, but recently they come to know the meaning of trademark and they applied for it. Now the question is, are they going to get the rights from today? And the answer is that not exactly from today. If they want to claim, they can get it from the time they are doing the business. Like if they are doing the business for last 50 years, they have to show it that they are doing this for last 50 years, that they will get the right from since last 50 years. So they can claim all those 50 years legacy also. So that is what is the time frame of the trademark is. So first time when we are getting the rights, it is for 10 years, and then it needs to renew it. So again 10 years, again 10 years, that is how it goes on. So this is about the trademark. There are multiple types, as I told you, means one product, one person, or something can get distinguished based on the word marks, or it can get distinguished by design marks. It can get distinguished by composite marks. Means there is a combination. It should not just be, what I mean from composite means there is a word and there is a design both mixed. So then it becomes composite. Then it can something can be recognized by composite marks also, the color marks, the sound marks, the scent marks, and there is a long list. It is not exhausted. Means there are more types of number now getting added as any subject increases, as any subject has their life span. So accordingly IPR is also every years and again we are coming across new thing included. So this is not existed by its own meaning. Means it is changing. But these are some of the most known types of trademarks that we have mentioned here. And then we come to another aspect, that when we see on a certain product that TM is written and R with a circle is written. So how do we understand when it is written TM? In that case, what is happening? What it has been filed. If someone has filed the trademark, it is known as TM, and then another it is R. That means they have got the certificate. So now he has started that duration that we have said, the 10 years. So it means they are undergoing 10-year time frame, so that during that time we get this right. Now when do we get the protection? So for this question, what I want to state here is that the moment we filed the trademark, we can, and if someone is using it, we call it passing off here. In that case, you can sue that you cannot use. You can ask them, you can send, we are sending notices to those people who are using it. Even if we have not received the certificate, we give the notices to stop using the marks that is actually we are claiming as ours. So there we call it passing off, and there also we get the right to sue The most important aspect to get the IPR is that we can sue others because we are claiming the exclusive right of ours, and that is why we ask others not to use it. It is because we are making this is assumed that we have invested our brain, we have invested a lot of our resources to create it. So in this trademark is also, I'm just making one example kind of thing, that what is happening in market is the people, new businesses, they are coming, they are trying to use the reputed brands, and even if they have not filed the trademarks, in that case when they see that their brand is working, they start using it. So people, when they come to, the other party come to know that someone is using, they file trademarks. This is happening, and that is why I'm just stating is that it is. And then in that case what happens, they go and they file the IPR, and then they sue that you stop it, and accordingly people have to stop it. Now, how to protect your trademark? You have to go for the registration. However, it is optional, it is not mandatory, but technically it is not mandatory. But yes, when you get the trademark certificate, you have certain advantages. And this registration is available at national, regional, and international level. So you can restrict the use of your mark, that you want to use it in a particular region. I mean reason is like you can take the right for a state or for a particular area. You can claim it there, and based on that, you others will be using some other part. So, and you can claim it nationally. Then if you want to go internationally, you have to file all across world. So that is how we get the protection of the mark. And as I said, initially it is filed registered for 10 years, then it can be renewed indefinitely. So by this, the second IPR is also over. That trademark is also over. Now we will come to the design part. And as far as this trademark is concerned, uh, for academicians, patent is quite possible, because you people are inventing it on a regular basis. Trademark is coming into picture when you are creating a company, and then you are starting to sell a product. So in that case, you are means, if you are creating startup kind of thing, or you are making some company, in that case it becomes valuable. Otherwise, in most of the academic cases, this trademark is relatively less used. But now the third thing that is there, that is design. Design is a very again a very common thing for academicians, because most of the academicians in regular news, if you talk about uh, almost 7 8 years back, some of the professors from management department, they approached, and they said that they have come up with some practical solutions to the problem they are facing when they are teaching on the blackboards. It's the whiteboard or blackboard, and the pen that was there with in their hand, and the duster that they were using. So they created a design for a duster come pen holder sort of thing, and they said that this is a solution to the problem they are facing, and they created design. And so that is quite possible for any of the individual, uh, even if you are not an academician. Even in that case, means a person who is there, means your son, your daughter, your mother, anyone means who is coming across any of the problem, and they resolved it by creating a design. Now design is what that we have to understand. This design is actually referring to a creation or a plan or convention for the construction of an object, system, or measurable human interaction. So what we see and it looks beautiful to us. Now, due to that, their appearance, we buy something, right? So that is actually the IPR there is the design part. So this is what is the yes. May I go ahead? Hello.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. All right. So this is about now. This is about the definition of the design. Now come to the purpose is that
Participants, please mute yourself.
right. So now the purpose is that there are problems that you can solve by creating a design, right? It is not actually about creating a product. Means there is a product, but that product can have different designs. Now that different design is giving you the actual solution. So that will called a design. The purpose of that design is to solve the problem, and that in that case it is called design. And design is actually about the outer appearance only. So now I have shared in my sheet also that we have given some of the examples of the design. The cars, that the cars design is there, the fork design is there. Similarly, so these are the designs that is different from the other design. Same purpose getting solved, but the designs are different. So design also at times means there is one invention 4 or 5 year back, and there was that faculty was from some region of northeast. Just forgetting his name, and he created a design, and he got it. He protected it, and then he later on he created a startup, and based on that design only, and later it became successful, quite successful. And those kind of one examples that we used to remember. So that way it's not always that every design is resulting into some startup, but some of the examples I'm just remembering. So I'm saying that there was one design that, and that he was a professor. Right now he's probably in Bhopal, probably with MNIT, probably Manit Bhopal. So he created it, that design. In means you talk when you talk about the rocket or engines, right? So there the designs are quite important. So those designs are getting protected, and uh, and that is where the importance of design is. And then there are multiple tools designers are using, various tools and software such as Adobe Creative Suite for graphic design. CAD software is also used. So it all these things are used to create that design. So that is why we have written here that how that those designs are getting created. There are multiple examples like watches are there, pens are there, some toys are there. So these are multiple. Means the bat is also a design, and all designs are getting protected by the companies. No one can copy that. Means you talk about the Apple mobile phone, the designs are different from the Samsung mobile phone, and designs are protected. When you talk about the laptop also, there also designs are protected. So no one can copy each other's design. So that is what is the important. And yet another type of design is yet another type of IPR is there. Now advantages of design is that the protection of unique design that is happening, competitive advantage you are getting exclusive right, monetary benefit, and all those advantages that you are getting for an IPR, you are getting in case of designs also. So by this, our third type of IPR is over. Now comes the copyright thing. The uh, most applicability is happening in this academic world, and that is what is the copyright is. Means there is Christ University faculty, and she asked me one question, and she had one PPT with herself, and she said that she has taken some matter from, she has taken some references from multiple places while making her PPT. So I just, she said, sir, can this be also be copyrighted? Now, I don't, means if I would have been in front of you, I could have asked this to you all, and probably it could have been more interesting to discuss about these things. But I'm just, because now this time only to me who is speaking. So, so I have to speak in such a way that it sounds a bit good. And my answer was that yes, it can be done. Means you see, the directory, when we are just putting the numbers over there, can it be copyrighted? Yes, because you have created it in a certain way. It is not that you have copied from multiple sources. You cannot copyright it. You can copy you, because you have given your brain. How are you going to present it? So that is why it gets copyrighted. So now, with that example, I'm just want to make you understand that what exactly copyright is, which is yet another type of IPR. And people have made multiple, means multiple millions of dollars. I'm not talking in terms of INR, mind it. Multiple millions. Means Harry Potter is one such example, that he has written a story, and then he has given rights to movie person, he has given rights to the, means number of rights he has given to, means publication, publishers, multiple languages, with a strong legal team. And he has made, the person has made, the author has made. In that case, we do not call applicant, no, the, in case of copyright we call them the author. Author used to get the right. Means Bharat Ek Khoj, there is a book written by Jawaharlal Nehru. Sonia Gandhi ji is still taking the money out of it, right? So means that, means what I want to state is, it is having a lot of opportunities. Unfortunately, we have yet not been knowing about it. I have not also been knowing when I was studying. So now this is opportunity, we can use it. So, so copyright is actually a legal right that is given to the creator of original works. That is, and this rights used to be exclusive rights to their use and distribution, usually for a limited time, with the intention of enabling the creator to receive compensation for them. And this is a definition that you can find it there. But what I mean to say is, right now, just through examples I am stating, for the researchers or for the academicians particularly, quite useful. And that is there, that means when we write paper, we give the rights to the our publishers. I just came across a article few days back, 15 or 20 days back. Earlier, they were not asking for any amount, and then later on they started charging $30 for downloading that paper. Now that downloading capacity, actually the ownership is still with the author. The author is the owner of that right, but we used to transfer some of the rights to the publisher, and now they used to charge. So see, the value means how much money they are making out of it, how much money we could have made out of it. However, we do not have that system, and that we do not think in that way, probably, how to earn money by our own work. Means if you see the notes of our professors, if you see the way the things have been taught in the class, and we do not know, and that is why we are not being able to make money out of it. But it is very strong right. Still, if you talk about all the rights, the most stringent laws that is made, means uh, you talk about, you get handcuffed, no, without, means it's crime, criminal offense actually, if you are getting caught under this copyright act. And you, there is no denial, means you will directly go to jail. People, the inspector or the police will come, and they can take you away if you are infringing, means that is the power of copyright under section 62. It is there. So it is very important right, very strong right. When you compare all, the strongest is this copyright. Unfortunately, we have not been told as an academicians. We are today. I'm trying to let you know about this. Please be aware about this copyright power, and we can enjoy it now. What is the duration? Duration is that for the whole life it arts, and then our after our death 60 years are grace period used to be given additionally, that one can enjoy it. So if you are creating a dhun, you are creating music composition, you are creating lyrics of something, you are writing story, you are creating a model, and if that model is so good that it is giving a good result, in that case also you are using it for the whole life, you can sell it, and then after the demise of the person who has created it, it still lasts for 60 years. So that is what is copyright strength is, and that what is the copyright is important in that way. So let us use this power, and then it is always given for the original works. But you have to understand that original work is not exactly about the plagiarism. When we that is what was said by ma'am, that actually, sir, this is the total percentage it is showing in the Turnitin plagiarism. So should it be that I'm sending it to you? Yeah, I said yes, you please send it to me, because I know that you have created it. Means it is not that you have copied it and then same thing you are giving, the whole thing you are giving after copying it. So because you have created a frame, means the structure is different, the paragraphs are now you have arranged in a way so that the people are able to understand your teaching. So in that case it is not actually you are copying the things, you are because you are presenting in a certain way, so it becomes yours now. You are the creator, you are. So in that case you have to understand the meaning of original works. It should not always be understood in terms of plagiarism of the words that is written there, right? So this is about the next fourth part, uh, the copyright, the IPR fourth part. Next part is semiconductor integrated circuit layout design. This is that is what we are having. Means person from electrical departments, they are mostly coming under this. Usually it is not used by in other inventions. There used to be a circuit. In circuits there used to be different layout design. So those layout designs that is created in the electrical electronics department, they are getting protected in a different segment, and that segment is called, and segment that is IPR segment, and that is called semiconductor integrated circuit layout design. So this is
Hello. Hello. Sir. Sir, now you are audible. I think there was some issue, sir. Hello.
Not moving forward.
Yeah, now is it audible, ma'am?
Yes, yes.
Yeah,
That is audible now.
yeah, no, right, okay. Where have I missed, ma'am? If you can tell me, I can go back and from there I can begin. Have I finished semiconductor? Is this over?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It
Right.
is over. Semiconductor.
All right. So now the next is the GI. GI is actually about a specific origin products. Specific origin products means to say there used to be certain products that are no, that are known due to their origin. Their origin means there are certain means in India in different regions we are creating
And
different.
we cannot see that slide. GI slide.
Okay, ma'am, are you there, ma'am?
Hello. Yes, sir. Sir, now you are audible, sir.
Yeah,
I think
I'm
there
on.
was some issue.
No, yeah, yeah, no. What someone saying is that the slides are not audible. So will you please take that
Sure.
slide of GI in front of them?
Sure, sir. Sure, sir. I have
Yeah,
changed it, sir. I think it is not
yeah,
reflecting.
Now it
right.
is coming. Okay, sir. Now it is coming.
Yeah. Now
Okay,
It's
sir.
next
it's coming, ma'am.
after. Yeah. Now
Okay.
after.
There was
Yeah. Next.
network issue, I guess, sir.
Yeah, I believe.
Even
Yeah.
I was not getting your voice.
All right. So next slide
Oh,
after this, ma'am, this is geographical indication, and geographical indication is actually about the identity of a product based on the reason. Means in a very layman terminology, what I want to make you understand is when we talk about the geographical indication, GI means the full form is geographical indication, but what we commonly use it is actually the GI. Now GI tag is given to the products, and those GI tags are given because that product is known due to their special quality, special feature, and that quality, that feature is actually
Srimati.
because of their location, a specific a place where it is actually existing. So for that reason only it is known. Now, can one person have this GI tag? No. Straightforward answer is no. Only a group can claim it because the ownership is associated with a particular place. I mean, there are Kanjivaram saris, so no individual can claim it as their own. It belongs to a particular place, or there in Kerala probably, where you that those saris are made, and that is why they can the place and the people over there can create a group, and they can claim that this belongs to us. They file it. Means in this case it is already existing, but in any India place or in world across, in any place, people can go and they can claim it. So these are some of the examples that is there. And Darjeeling tea is there. Then there are multiple. Means in France also there is something. Then there is a marble, marble, that got used in Taj Mahal. So for that reason, Taj Mahal picture is given here. There is a Madhubani temple, Madhubali painting also. If you, my kids are going for the painting classes, and there they are teaching them Madhubani painting. Now, there is a particular style of painting, and due to that reason, they have been given that GI tag. So this is yet another right given, but this right is not not individual based. So that is what is important for us to understand. So, and but they are definitely, a group can claim in case if someone is willing to go for that. Ma'am, please, next slide. Now is the time for the quiz, right? So are you all people happy with that or not? Right, so now the quiz time is there, and ma'am, the questions, you please come up now, show the questions, let all others to see the quiz questions. Now these are some of the words given here. Now, can you find some of the trademarks over here, ma'am? Let all others to speak also. Let unmute them and let them guess the trademarks if they have. Means just remember, recall your from the day morning to the night when you are going to sleep, and check out. Can you find some of the names
One
here?
is I think Flipkart, sir.
Flipkart is there.
So I can
Sir,
see
the
Amul.
one is Microsoft. So one is
Mi-
Microsoft.
Very good.
Yes,
I
one
Next,
is
can see
Microsoft,
Amul.
sir.
Amul is there.
Amul.
Correct.
Mantra, sir.
One is
Mantra.
Amul, sir.
Mintra.
Coca-Cola is
Sir,
also there.
Micromax.
Micro.
Coca-Cola.
Micromax.
Coca-Cola
Coca-Cola
is
is also there.
Coca-Cola है sir.
Coca-Cola is there. Correct. You're right.
Sony is there on the first column.
Sony,
Wow.
Sony.
Wow.
Sony.
Now, this is important.
Microsoft,
Right.
Microsoft.
Microsoft first column.
Correct. Correct.
Amazon, sir. Amazon.
So, right. Correct.
Amazon.
So, you are guessing quite right. Quite right.
Chroma, sir.
Very good. Very good. Excellent. So now you understand trademarks, right? Our session is now successful. Right. So now come to the next slide, ma'am. There is yet another question. So these are the different
Mobile.
things that, right? There are a lot of things now. Now it is framed there so you can understand. Next slide, ma'am, please. Now this is the question. Which term refer to the illegal copying and distribution of software? Now, what will you do here? What will be the term used? Is it the trademark infringement in this case?
Trade
Or
secret copy.
is it the trade secret or copyright
Yes.
piracy?
Copyright piracy.
It is
Copyright
most
piracy, I think, sir.
right. It is not trade secret because you are not trading and you are keeping it as a sacred thing, right? Means like in Coca-Cola,
Okay, sir.
they have created a combination, right? And they have given to the government, they have informed government this is their trade secret. Now it is with their government agency and the people. Government successfully got satisfied, and then they gave the trade secret right to them. Right now in India we don't used to have this trade secret. So it is in general I'm talking, but for this question, the illegal copying means you have written something and someone is copying. In that case, what is they are doing? They are actually copyright piracy they are doing, right? So for that, the rules are there, and right. Okay. Next question, please, ma'am. Now, this is the question. What is the purpose of a geographical indication in IP law? Why should one get this GI protection? The options are to protect invention. Is it? Because invention is related to patents. So is it the GI that we are using? Now, next is to protect brand name. So to protect brand name, you are taking.
To
I'm
indicate
not.
the origin of goods and their qualities of reputation will be the answer.
All right. Great. Thank you, ma'am.
See.
Correct. All agreed.
Yes, yes,
Okay,
sir.
sir.
Right. So this is not for the artistic work. You are it. This is not for the names and logo. You are not getting it for the invention. All for A, B, and D. For A, we are getting the patent. For B, we are getting the trademark. For D, we are getting what are we getting for protecting this artistic work? What are we getting? Please tell.
Cop-
You are getting the copyright for
Copyright.
Copyright.
your
Yes, sir.
artistic work. Getting the
Good.
copyright. Correct. So now this is that I'm satisfied. I'm happy now. Today I will sleep quite good. Anyway, next, who owns the copyright to a work created by an employee within the scope of their employment? Tell me the answer, please. Who owns the copyright to a work created by an employee within the scope of their employment?
Employer.
Is it the
The
employer?
employer.
Is it the employer?
Yes, yes.
Yes, sir.
All agreed?
Yes,
The
sir.
employer, yes, sir.
I'm sorry, sir, but
Employer.
it is not the employer. It is the employee
The employee, sir.
The
because he has.
employer, sir.
Yeah, because he is the author. See, one cannot detach. Try to understand one thing. In case of copyright, the author can never got detached from the creation that he has made. Means you have created a paper in your name, right? And you have used the affiliation of your university, right? All good. But is that mean that the right belongs to the university? In this case, no. The right is yours one. The moment you have created it, even you have not filed, means why do we file copyright? Because we do not want to allow others to use it. But you are the owner from the very first day. There is no doubt about it. Means the laws are very clear about it, that the person who is the author is the owner. In that case, if someone else is investing money, he can own it, but still the rights are also there with the author. You cannot deny them the copyright. Means you cannot deny it, right?
Sir,
So this the rights are with the employee here. Now, yeah, please, sir, someone was asking
sir,
something.
sir, good evening, sir. My name
Sir,
is
good evening.
Naresh.
Hello, sir.
Sir, a employee is working under the employer,
Mhm.
but employee is created. A means as a copyright means is a printed as a art or any work. Maybe it is a art or a symbol or any other thing. Copyright means they would be created art or they would be written in a book, but the employee after at the time of registration, at the time of filing the copyright, at the time of filing the copyright, instead of using employee name, they use the employer name. Then at the time of registration of the copyright, they never use his name, they use only the employer name. Then the owner is employer, sir.
Correct. So you are citing one example wherein the employer was using their name when they are filing for the copyright. Am I understanding the correct thing?
Exactly, sir.
Right.
Who are filed the
Yeah,
copyright,
yeah,
that
you are
person
right.
only.
Yeah, I understood. Now you are saying that how could it be possible that the author is now not is being shown there, but still that is getting filed, right?
Exactly, sir. Yes,
Right.
sir.
Now you can claim it. Means, see, that institution is saying that he is the owner because he is giving the money. He is not saying
Royalty.
he is the author. He's not saying he's the author. No, it's not about the royalty. Royalty is something when you commercialize it. Right now, what we are talking about, the certificate, who will get the certificate? Who will be author? In that case, when the institution is filing it, at that time
Then
also, the authorship will be with the person.
at the
You
time of taking at the time of taking the copyright, he didn't and never mention his name. He mentioned only the employer name.
No, it cannot. You try to. Okay, let me make it a bit simpler. When you file it, the copyright, when we file it, there used to be two columns. There is one column for the owner, and the another column is for the author. Without author, no copyright is complete. So there is mandatorily given name of some or the other author. There is no other way out. So maybe that you are not knowing. There is no way, means none, 0%. 100% there must be an author for all the copyright creation. There is no other way out. So maybe that you are not knowing, but in that case also, there means the owner can be defined there, but the author is mandatorily there will be some person there.
Okay, sir.
Still,
Thank you, sir.
if you come across something, please take the number from coordinator ma'am and give me that. And if you want to take action, I can help you out. Anyway, yeah,
Sir,
please. Next, yeah,
for query means it is a doubt only. Uh,
yeah.
for that purpose only I asked that.
I
It's a
understand.
copyright. It is only copyright. It is art or it is any journal or any book also.
Even in you just take an example of journal. Now, journal is taking your signature, but putting your paper. He is taking a signature on the copyright that you are transferring the copyright to the journal, right? That doesn't mean that you cannot use it. That do not they do not, yeah, means by default you are the owner. Even in that case, you are the you can give the rights to others also. There is no problem. However, in some of the cases, people are writing there in the when they are taking your signature, they are writing some extra clauses, so that then it becomes a contract between two parties, that how are they going to use a particular thing. So then it becomes a part of means law of contract is getting applied there, and law of copyright is not getting applied. That becomes a complex thing. But frankly, straightforward, if you talk about and try to make it simple, I'm just trying to make it simple, that if you are writing something, no matter you belong to this university, that college, wherever you go, but it belongs to you. You are the author, it is your ownership. Right, sir?
But it is a design. Means it is art. It is
No
a
matter
design.
whatever it is, if you are creating a design and you are getting protected it under the Copyright Act, in that case, again, it is yours. Where you are getting means which law you are using for the protection, that is what is significant. If you are using it for the copyright, and it is a means in copyright there are certain prerequisite that this can get copyrighted. In design case also, there are designs getting copyrighted. Now designs getting copyrighted cannot be multiplied more than 50 times. So that is why people do not go in design case, people do not go for the copyright, because that they restrict the multiplicity. They cannot multiply. The laws states that you cannot multiply more than 50 times. So people don't go for the copyright thing in case of design. But if you are taking it as a design as a copyright, you can go for it. Academically you can go for it. Commercially that is not good idea. But still that the rules are the same in Copyright Act. It is everywhere, means the written matter or the design, in both the case the formula is same.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay, sir, thank you. Yeah, next slide, ma'am, please. Now, what is the main purpose of a trademark, sir? Please tell me now, ma'am. Is it to protect new invention, or is it to protect trade secrets, to distinguish goods or services from one company from another, or to protect artistic works? Is it D?
It is B, sir.
It is B.
Or it might be C also, to
No,
distinguish
no,
goods or services of
no.
one company from another.
You do not have two options, ma'am. You have only one option.
Sir,
Please come.
C.
C will be
option.
better, sir.
Okay,
C,
C
option
will be
C.
better. How many with C?
Yes, sir,
C.
C.
Yes, sir. C.
C, 3, 4.
C.
C.
Sir. C, sir.
C.
Anyone with D?
C.
Me, sir. D. To protect artistic works, it is trademark.
Is it?
Yes, sir.
Think again. Think again, sir. If you are creating something artistically, that means it could be design, isn't it? And if it is a design, why should you be protecting it under Trademark Act? So for trademark, what exactly trademark meant was that you were distinguishing by any sign, symbol, and in that case, you are just means from one company to another. So, sir, please think again. If you're not satisfied, I will come up again to the trademark to make it a bit clear. Now, when we talk about a trademark, and as I said earlier also in academics, we rarely use trademark because we do not run companies. We write the things, we create the designs. So for if you create design, you go for design protection, design that comes under the Design Act. The laws are for the and run according to the Design Act. Then if you are creating something creative, written something, then you go for that trademark. You have invented something, you go for the patent. In this case, the answer was the C, that to distinguish goods or services of one company from another. Are you all convinced with this answer? Yes? No?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
yes.
Yes. 3, 4 sounds I have heard.
Yes.
Sir? Yeah. Now, are you convinced, sir? I'm not been able to figure out the name, sir, when you are saying. But one sir said D. So, are you convinced, sir, that the answer used to be should be C?
Yes, 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 yes. Okay, sir.
Right. Thank you.
Okay, sir.
Right. So, ma'am, please next question. Now, how long does copyright protect last for an author in India? Now, it is about in India. It might be different in other countries because this is a regional right, sir. You please do not forget, IPR is a regional right. If we have to take for different reason, we have to file it there also for every reason, and that is why here it is written that how long does copyright protection last for an author in India? So please tell me what is the answer, sir, ma'am.
C. C,
C.
sir.
60 years.
Answer C.
All agreed?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Great.
Agreed,
So
sir.
again, I'm successful. I'm thankful to you all that you people have really heard it. Thank you, ma'am. Please, next question. Now, this is a bit no, lengthier question, so you have to read it. Imagine that a cricketer sets up his own company of intellectual property, selling his own range of clothes. Now, what kind of intellectual property can he use that the clothes are made by his company? This is implied
Trademark.
question.
The trademark.
Trademark. Trademarks.
Trademarks.
The
E.
trademarks.
Option.
Option E, sir.
Option,
E.
E.
Trademarks.
I'm getting 100 out of 100, and I'm giving you all also the 100 out of 100. Great. Good answer. Thank you. This is actually about the term. See, because what we are saying is that a person has created a company, he has, and he want to distinguish their product from the another person's product. So for that, what needs to be, where are we going to file our that IPR? And for that, that is trademark. Correct, 100%. Ma'am, next question, please. Now, this is no, in the beginning when sir was saying that I have got some certification from some institutions. So the same is being used here also. Which organization is responsible for the global?
B.
Sir, A.
So WIPO.
B.
A.
Sir, B.
World
WTO.
Intellectual Property. World Intellectual Property Organization.
Right. Sir, this is actually World Intellectual Property Organization. And ma'am, World Trade Organization deals with trade only. They do not specifically deals with IPR. They deals with, so someone, there should be one organization to deal with the matter of IPR, and for that we have one World Intellectual Property Organization, right? World Trade Organization's
Sir,
function is different. Yeah. So for that, please make it clear that this is WIPO. We used to call it WIPO. You can pronunciate it as your wishing. Next, which international agreement gives the IP right? Tell me. There are multiple agreements been made, and which international agreement here actually for me?
TRIPS
Yeah,
agreement.
I think the TRIPS.
I think A option.
wow. Now, why are
yes,
you
sir.
thinking that? Please tell me.
Sir, IP is there in
Because
its name.
yes, it is
100%.
IP,
IP is there. So you
intellectual
people,
property.
yeah, you people are from the academic background. Your brain is working in the same way. Very good, very good. Exactly. That is how we also understand it. Now, trips we remembered first time when we started remembering, because we have to clear some exams there. So we saw that IP thing there, and that is why. So trips agreement was made, and that agreement was actually dealing with the IP rights. Now, next question, ma'am, please. Now, which organization administers the TRIPS agreement?
It should be A option.
Because it is relating to IP, is it the A?
Yes. Think so.
All right.
Definitely.
Is it?
In my view.
Yes.
Right. But you
Yes,
can
sir.
think.
No, sir,
हाँ,
it will be A only. Na?
महेश सर
Because the
बोलेंगे.
fund is there, na. So IMF actually deals with the fund. WHO deals with the health, and that is the trade, that is WTO. So first is the correct answer. Again, because of IP also, and because of given options also.
Please, yeah, okay. So, any other answer? Any other answer? Okay, so we will discuss about it. Ma'am, please come up with the next question. Ma'am, are you there? Yeah, now this is the next question.
Yes, sir. Actually, there is some lag, sir, I think.
Yeah, that used to be then, no? When we are connected to the internet, so there used to be, yeah, that is quite normal. Which of the following is the characteristics of the patent? Please tell me.
A. A.
A option.
A.
A.
Anyone having any doubt about this A? Are you all agreeing about A?
Yes, sir. No doubts.
All agreeing?
Yes.
Right. So, see, when we talk about the patent, we said talked about three prerequisites. One of the prerequisite is that. And with this way, our question answer session is also over, and it was really good to see that you all had attempted all the questions, and almost more than 98% was the success rate of our question answer session. So that is really great to hear about. The one question was there with regard to trips. So trips was actually got. Now anyone who want to go to the Google and want to check about this trips, will you please go and check and tell me what exactly is the answer? Please check it, because the way we found the answer for the trips full form and IP relation, there I found it all right. Means we have to take that part, but when some signature and dealing things is happening among the countries, is it that the WIPO was doing it or the World Trade Organization was doing it? So can anyone please guide me after checking it through Google or anything else?
Sir,
I just
World
want.
Trade Organization.
WTO, sir.
Right. And why I asked you people to look into that, because see, means if I could have told you, might have forgot it. But if you now have seen it on your own, so it was actually the World Trade Organization when they found that actually this is there is a problem somewhere with regard to the trading. Means the same product in some other country, someone else is trading, and some other country said trading. So what they do, what they did actually was that they brought all those people at one table and they said, please sign it. That if someone has invented, we have to give regard to them because they have invested a lot of money. So please give regard to them, and please let us sign a kind of treaty or kind of understanding among all those countries, and then they come up with a TRIPS agreement. And they all those countries, we all are the member of those agreements also, we as an Indians also. And that is then the IPI is now, that is why in a different now it is in a very different what do we call, having a very different set of powers. No, you, but regional means that every country has their own law, they are protecting it. But if you want to take the rights from to the in the other country, there there you have to file it, but your nobility is getting killed the moment you are using in your country. So this is the end. Sonal ma'am, thank you.
May I close the slide, sir? Stop sharing it.
Yes ma'am.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you ma'am.
Respected participants, the floor is now open for questions. If anybody has any question, can unmute their mic and ask. Meanwhile, all participants are requested to please switch on their cameras. Madhuranjan sir, if you could kindly switch on your camera, we would like to take a screenshot to capture this moment with you.
Right sir, yeah, please. I'm really thankful.
Thank you, sir. That was all.
Thank
I
you.
took the
Thank you,
screenshots.
Deepika.
Thank you very much, Madhuranjan sir,
Thank you,
for
sir.
such an insightful and such an interactive session with so much detail, basic ideas, clearing our misconceptions, and the quiz time towards the end of the presentation was really very engaging and interesting. Several of our misconceptions and doubts got cleared. Thank you very much, sir, for such a lucid presentation. And
Thank
we are very thankful that you graciously accepted our invitation to present this talk, taking out time from your obviously busy schedule. Thank you very much, sir.
thank you. Thank you, Deep sir.
Thank,
And
Thank you so
thank
much,
you
sir.
very much, sir.
thank you all.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you,
Thank you, sir.
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you,
Thank you,
sir.
sir.
Thank
Thank you, sir.
Good night, sir.
I'm leaving, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Sonal ma'am, I'm leaving.
Thank you,
Thank you.
sir.
Thank you so
Thank you,
much, sir.
sir.
Thank you, sir.
Good night to you all. Good night. Good night.
Thank you, sir.
Good night, sir.
Night,
Good
sir.
night. Good
Good
night,
night,
sir.
sir. Good night, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Good night.
Respected participants, so this was the end of the fourth day. Tomorrow, the fifth day, we will again start as per the schedule from 6 p.m. Thank you.
Okay, sir.
Good
Thank
night.
you.
Okay, sir. Thank you. Okay, sir. Thank you. Good night, sir.
Okay, thank you, sir. Good night.